What's going on, everybody? My name is Spero Kalyoussef. We have Abdel Khawatmi sitting with us from PRMG and Got Mortgages, and we're just here to chop it up and give you guys a little bit of a market update. And Abdel, please give us your persistence expertise on this.
So industry is obviously consistently shifting. It's been shifting for a little bit of a while. I would say probably within the last 6 months. We're now in November. Roughly around February, March is where the industry kind of took a shift in terms of interest rates. We're really depending on the local market of where you're at. Slowly starting to transition a little bit into a little bit of a buyer's market. In very specific areas. Correct. It's still super competitive.
Correct, guys. As an agent, we are seeing this too. In Clifton alone, we usually have 30 to 40 multifamilies listed. You're at 11.
Yeah. 11
multifamilies in one of the biggest zip codes in Passaic County. So it's getting wild out there, and keep hearing date the rate, marry the house. Is this something you approve of? What do you think?
First of all, I hate the slogan, but I do agree, I guess, with the ideology. So it is true that, when you purchase a home, you're not necessarily tied 100% to that specific mortgage for the entire term for 360.
Refinance.
Yep. The average consumer tends to usually get rid of their mortgage way sooner, generally the first 5 years, depending on the market, and do a cash out refi, do a regular rate and term refinance, which literally just means the new loan replaces the old one. So a lot of people who took advantage of the super low interest rates, which again was completely unprecedented, right? Came out of left field. If you asked me in 2018 if I can ever give someone a 2.9 or even 3%, I would have told you, you're out of your mind. So a lot of different changes, but on a positive note, I am seeing a little bit of more supply of homes.
Yes.
Maybe necessarily
mostly single families.
Yeah, maybe necessarily some of them. Some sellers are in instances where they have to sell, or some sellers are trying to take advantage of a little bit of a market condition before it may or may not shift. But I can confidently tell you though that, the average consumer who's looking at a home now, their chances of their offer getting accepted is definitely a lot higher than generally if you were in 2020 and 2021. Although rates were super low, you did have to offer on average 40, 50, 60 grand or more, if not more, for the house. So the cost to that asset was definitely more expensive, and then you just got a super low rate, as opposed to nowadays where market rates are at 6%, 7%, purchasing it for about $60,000, $70,000 less, in some instances actually equates to the same principal and interest payment.
I see that, folks, too. Also myself. Another thing we want to say before we go is, guys, the season of winter and holidays coming upon us again. A lot of buyers are going to get left in the dust due to holidays, vacations, family. They're going to sit on the curb and wait till next year. So this might be your best opportunity to get into a house with a lot less competition than we thought we would have.
Yeah, it's like I said, the competition I think is definitely where it's at. You may necessarily pay a little bit more, but again, average interest rates throughout the industries, we're 5s and 6s, so we're not really seeing anything too crazy. It's a little bit higher.
It's been the average for a long time.
It's a little higher than normal. Nobody's going to argue with that. Statistics, numbers are numbers, but your chances of your offer getting accepted again is a lot higher, and your chances of simultaneously making sure that you have an understanding of getting a fixed mortgage as opposed to taking ARMs or some of those other, which we can talk later, would be a little different. So
thank you for checking in, guys. Spero Kalyoussef with Signature Real Estate and Kaly Collective Properties.
Abdel Khawatmi, Paramount Residential Mortgage Group, Got Mortgages.
Take care, guys.